Okay, sweet peas. Good afternoon. My name is Leslie Williams, and I need to put my hat on. Hold on a second. Sorry. Alright, now check it out. This is a prediction video, and the reason why I'm making this prediction video is to be order to be able to use a code, okay, to isolate the code by date, cross-reference the date to the code, and then cross-reference both to the verbal predictions. And as soon as I get out my phone here, I'll then, yeah, it's starting to get dark. It's about 4 o'clock, so it's either 4 or 5, I don't know. I guess I'll know in a minute when the phone comes on. I've been doing administrative work for the last couple hours, and I'm preparing to move. I am a target, victim, and activist concerning the criminal expeditions of what is known as organized stalking. Organized stalking, gang stalking is all over the internet. And so all you have to do is research it extensively and meticulously on the internet, in-depthly, and you will be able to see that that it is a heinous crime, responsible for many criminal motivations that they bring about against the targeted individual. So basically what it is it's nothing but a template of crimes they bring about against the target individual in order to make the target individual a victim of multiple crimes and then an end resulting crime. Now I'm going to show you the video picture right now on my phone. It's going to be dark here in about 40 minutes. And so I apologize that I had the flashlight on. And you know what? This is showing you, so it's 5:02 p.m. on 1/31/2014. There's also a feature in this phone once I access the menu called the Tools feature. Once I scroll down to it and then select it, there's a voice command feature within the Tools feature of the menu. Okay? Once you activate this, there's an option within it that allows you to activate a, right here. Hold on. Alright, so once I press voice command, watch.
Say a command.
I then can scroll down to the time and date, enabling the phone to say the date and time.
January 31st, Friday, 5:03 p.m.
Okay, now, what I'm basically doing is, right now, I'm basically getting ready to give a stated code. This code, was it taken from a book? That is a question, which means question mark. The code is as follows. 2-2-12-9-1-14-15-25-18-18-20-15-3. Now, is this number code taken from a specific book and the book's pages and words that are on each page? That is a question. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. It's also in reverse in reference to its code. This code describes abbreviations pertaining to a location that it will be moving to. Some property has already been moved there. That's right. Now, on all other subsequential dates that I have taken previous property to this particular location, I have been gang stalked on buses, okay, and bicycle routes getting to the bus stops, alright, pertaining to the buses that I took. I made video predictions on those mornings at a specific GILL ×2, I'm a woman not a man, HA location. On the morning that I went to go take property, each morning that I went to go take property to this number coded area, I made video predictions showing a picture of my cell phone in the video. I then stated, let's see if gang stalk is set along any of my routes on my way to this location and then back from it. And it was caught on audio file. All times that I went there on separate dates. That's right. Now, there's also another separate location that is somewhat connected. Now, there's a code been created, a word code and a number code has been created. I've already stated the word code in specific audio files. Okay, the word code was created and then it was changed, and it was talked about how it was changed in separate audio files. In this particular video, I'm going to give you the number code for it, and the number code is going to be in reverse. Does this number code pertaining to this second location have to do with the place that I've already been at? Yes. Where property has already been dropped off at? Yes. Okay. Is it related to a number 26? Yes. Now, I want you to listen to me. This code, number code, is being spoken in this particular video pertaining to the second location. It's being said in reverse. And does it apply to a separate book? That is a question. That number code being 18-E, which is the only letter in the code, -25, -14, -15, -12, -15, -3, -18. The reason why I make these codes is because I am a target victim and activist concerned with the criminal expeditions of what is known as organized gang stalking. And what I do is predict what could happen around me, concerning me, about me, towards me, around me, or against me at any hiking location. That's right, before I even move there or before I arrive there on any specific date. I will either and or make the video prediction I will either make a video and or a audio file before I arrive at any of these locations on any date, whether I have not moved there yet, in reference to me just going there to move property there, and or once I move there. That's right, these hiking areas will be treated as temporary. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because I am a victim of gang stalking, organized stalking, and this is right now where I'm at, where I've been at for 15 full months. I've been gang stalked at this hiking area for 15 full months. I've been here for 15 full months. I've been gang stalked at it for 14 and a half months by some freaked out homeless bums that the manager of the gang stalking expedition, the one who's managing it and perpetrating it, set these homeless bums up about 100 feet away to harass me from a distance as much and as often as possible. That's right. That's right. Now, so what I'm doing is I want to be able to move to separate locations and treat each one as a temporary location in order to be able to try and prohibit anybody from being able to set up a hiking area on a regular basis to hike close by me to basically try to harass me to affect my quality of life, which is already affected as a result of me having to hike because I'm a target of this crime. Now, I've already made numerous other videos pertaining to how they create the homelessness of the targeted individual, and then how it is covertly kept managed, or how their connected syndicated members will attempt to steer you to environments that can actually be influenced covertly, like homeless shelters, homeless services, churches, charities. It's organized crime in the system that is managing these expeditions. And once you're being picked for being gang stalked, they don't stop until you either expose them to the point to where it would be totally detrimental for them to continue, or until they get a hold of you. That's right. So what I decided to do was play a shell game with these little criminal fucks, excuse my language, in order to be able to prove the stalking of me from one location to the next, to the next, to the next, by moving from one location to the next, to the next, to the next, and behaving as if basically, if I set up 3 other hiking areas and then treat each one as a temporary one, I will be basically bebopping back and forth between them. I will be dropping off enough property at each one pertaining to support material that will be needed for each one, and then when I choose to move from one to the next, I'll either only have to carry just my sleeping bags, and a tent should be hidden at the one I'll be moving to, and then when I leave the one that I was at, I'll just fold up the tent and leave it there, and bebop back and forth to them. This is my aim, this is my goal. We're going to see if anything happens at the particular area that I'm at now, that I've been hiking at now for 15 full months. And they have been staging events in order to make it appear, to try and literally even attempt to bait me to call the police. They assaulted me last night on a sidewalk. I'm not going to say where that sidewalk is at, but it is the same sidewalk where the Thanksgiving event happened at, which I've already discussed in other videos. The number code for this particular hiking location is 2018-1514. No, wait a minute, I'm sorry, let me backtrack and repeat it from the beginning. 2018-1514-2613-247-239. Does that number come out of a specific type of book? That's a question. Now, the reason why I'm making this particular video is in order to be able to develop my own strategies. And what am I trying to say? If I predict what kind of behaviors are going to be used to harass me at the other hiking areas I move to, and this one, okay, if I predict what could happen concerning me, about me, towards me, around me, or against me, on any date on my way to these locations, and while I'm hiking there, okay, whether it be on my way to there or at the actual specific locations that are picked by me once I move there, okay. And if I predict what they will do and how they will do it and how they will act and even the excuses that are used, I can prove undeniably that this criminality that is happening to me. Why am I saying this? Because, well, I have already predicted, I'd say, well, let me just put it to you this way. A huge amount of undisputable evidence has been ascertained by me as a result of me being a victim of this crime. The evidence that was ascertained by me that the criminals were stupid enough to leave behind, okay, all of the evidence was predicted in reference to the subject matter and the theme and the nature of the evidence was literally the way things were brought about and the trails they left behind, which literally includes physical evidence, undisputable physical evidence. All of it was brought about, and all the evidence that I acquired was evidence they left behind. And the methods and tactics that were used for the events that left behind the evidence were predicted by me before the events transpired. Practically to a literal T. Literally. Now, that's not including all the audio evidence that I have. Okay? So what I do is I basically superimpose all the evidence, okay, together, in order to be able to eventually expose all of the undisputable, in-your-face, black and white, literal, undisputable evidence. Which means that it cannot even be disputed with one syllable. Literally. The evidence I got is astronomical in its size and undisputable in its integrity. Case in point. This is the audio of an event that took place towards me on a sidewalk on Thanksgiving Day. The same exact sidewalk I was assaulted on last night. That assault that occurred last night was predicted by me yesterday morning on the same sidewalk, and then predicted within a minute before it occurred on the same sidewalk, later on in the same day. Okay? Now, this sidewalk that I'm referring to in reference to the assault that took place yesterday is the same sidewalk that this event happened at on Thanksgiving Day, 2013, which is not even 2 months and 3 days ago. Because today's date is January 31st, 2014. As these individuals are harassing me and threatening me, do you hear them say gang stalk, gang stalking, and gang is stalking? I'm going to F you up. And I did make a video prediction Thanksgiving morning at this area, stating that, let's see if I catch anybody saying gang stalk around me, anywhere I go for the day. When I made that video prediction, I showed a video picture of my cell phone, which showed the date and the time. I then left the area where the prediction was made with running recording tape recorder on me, recording everything and every place that I went to on that day. The tape recorder runs by date and time. When this event transpired, it showed a later time in the same date, which means that the video prediction showed that I predicted that gang stalk would be set around me along my routes for that day, which it was actually caught at multiple occasions. And then this event occurred on the night of Thanksgiving, and I can prove it undeniably. And as they're harassing me and threatening me, they're saying gang stalk together. The one says gang stalking, and then that same one says gang is stalking. I'm going to F you up. One of the two individuals has harassed me on anywhere between 8 and 11 separate previous occasions, and the individual that assaulted me last night was seen by me on 2 prior occasions talking to one of these 2 dweebs that took a role in the Thanksgiving event. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams, and I can prove both things. I'm getting ready. I can prove both things I just got done talking to you about. This is the audio of that Thanksgiving event in reference to how it was caught on a tape recorder as it transpired. Then the pertinent segment of the event in reference to the audio of the event that was caught was then transferred to my phone. You're about ready to hear it, literally right now. Okay, so the whole goal for me is to dictate this video file in reference to the number-coded HA locations apply to any verbal statement that I've ever made in any video file pertaining to gang stalking, in any audio file pertaining to gang stalking, and pertaining to any information that is on the internet pertaining to gang stalking methods, tactics, maneuvers, and schemes. In other words, if anything comes about concerning me, about me, towards me, around me, or against me along any of my routes on any day at this specific number-coded hiking area, or the previously number-coded ones that I stated pertaining to the ones I'm getting ready to move to, it will literally show that I predicted what they might do before they do it. I have made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of audio files of me predicting what they might do before they do it, of me talking about gang stalking methods, tactics, maneuvers, and schemes, of me talking about the perpetrators who are not only involved in them, but also the places that can be used for it, and the individuals that can be used to protect it, including their behavior as well. I've also talked about staged events, including staging witnesses, which are called street theaters in gang stalking. Any syllable that I have ever made on any or all of my audio files, video files, or any information that is on the internet pertaining to gang stalking, if any of it happens concerning me, about me, towards me, around me, or against me, pertaining to this number-coded hiking location that I've been at for 15 months, or any of my routes, or any of the other hiking locations that I'm preparing to move to, and then once I move there, it will be directly connected to this organized stalking, gang stalking expedition. Now understand, when you predict something that's going to happen in the way that you think that it's going to happen, and then it happens in the way you state it will, in reference to how I've already made detailed, descriptive explanations pertaining to how they operate and what they do, even the excuses they use to cover it up. When they bring it about, it'll show that I already talked about it in detail in the same exact identical way that they chose to bring it about. Literally. Literally. Go to YouTube and type in Learning Disabled Woman Brutally Assaulted on an MTS Bus. Then click on the About feature, which is basically where you will click on the About feature, which will bring you to the information pertaining to what the video is about. You'll see 2 blogs and a few other things in the description of that YouTube video. Click on the blogs. In one of them, there's a little attached PDF link titled Assault 11. Click on it. Once you click on that, you will literally open up a printed out and scanned email that was made on September 29, 2011. In that email, you can clearly see that I stated that as a result of me preparing to contact and go to Barbara Boxer's office, that there was going to be a great likelihood that I'd be assaulted either riding my bike, walking, or on public transportation. 11 days later, I was brutally assaulted on public transportation. Right below that email, you will discover printed out and scanned information showing MTS acknowledging that I was assaulted on their buses and the fact that I had to go to the hospital. Make sure you review all dates, all statements, and then look at the video, and then go to Google and type in Learning Disabled Woman Exposes How MTS Video is Altered. You can YouTube that as well. I gotta go. I'm in San Diego, California. I made this particular video. This is just a preliminary prediction video pertaining to the hiking areas that I plan on moving to and what could happen here before I can completely move every last bit of my property from here. I do appreciate you listening, and once these events transpire, I will break open what the codes mean, and then my viewers will completely understand why I chose to use codes. As a result, they'll be able to superimpose the event back onto the prediction, back onto the area, and they will completely see why a code was used. I do what I do to prove the truth, because these filthy animals who are perpetrating this criminality are in the system, and one of the main aspects of their personality in reference to how they operate and their actual own personality is nothing but a lying whore. They are nothing but literally filthy sewer rats who will lie up and down the street about everything. Everything. Thank you for listening, and have a nice day.